Hi Libra, happy birthday Libra, happy solar return. This is going to be your solar return forecast and reading. It's good primarily for sun, rising, moon of Libra, but it could resonate, anywhere where you have strong Libra placements in your chart or for anyone that really strongly identifies as a Libra. As always, keep in mind it's a general message, so it might not resonate with all of you, or perhaps only parts of it will. Just take what you feel applies to you and leave the rest behind. It could be meant for someone else in your sign or someone checking in on a Libra to gain insight and clarity about them. If you're new, welcome to Soma Chandra Libra. Subscribe and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. It's Libra Nation. I read for Libra and Sagittarius exclusively on this channel. The link to my website for private readings is down in the description below. Also, if you want to see my readings for all 12 Zodiac signs, check out my other channel called Soma Chandra Tarot. I read for you over there too. All right, let's begin. This looks good. This looks good. Overall energy through the tarot is the Fool. Feeling lighthearted, feeling good, a whole new you. Right now, it's really time to take risks, accept newness in your life, accept the feeling of freedom and a lightheartedness. I think it's also a time to capture the authenticity of the real you and who you are at this time. A lot of people feel like the Fool during their solar return. But I also know that sometimes during our solar return, in particular when your return is falling during a time of retrograde, there are a lot of planets retrograding right now. There may be some people or some energy from your past that's thinking about you and wants to maybe connect with you. It is also a time to have strong boundaries as well, so that it does not, you want healthiness. You want to move towards happiness and healthiness and positivity at this time. So make sure you're careful to protect your energy and work in a constructive way with all the retrograding planets. Planets in retrograde aren't big, bad, mean, and ugly. They can be, but not always. So use them to your advantage in this way and allow this lighthearted feeling to shine. I see a lot of different kinds of feelings coming out for you. I actually want to start with the, I think it's the Sacred Oracle deck. I can't remember what you guys know me, I don't remember the names of my decks. I've been feeling this deck a lot lately. I've used it for you recently. They wanted me to use it again. Libra, I really feel like your solar return time is a time of creating your own reality and creating your own space and sort of cleaning house so that you can get in touch with your own personal magic. I see that some of you have a lot of wisdom to share. Older, wiser, smarter. The owls are here. Trust that you're the one holding the magic wand. You're the single catalyst for change in your own life. The magic is coming right from your hands and it's within you. I really feel like I just heard creating your own reality. And in order to do that during this time, you're really going to have to place strong boundaries in relationships. I feel like a lot of you really want to reconnect to yourselves and kind of clean house to a degree in your life. Refuse to be used at this time. I think some of you have special gifts that other people might want to utilize to their benefit. You're going to have to know when to say yes and know when to say no. What came out onto the table is cleanse, boundaries, unplug, and connection. I definitely see that some of you will be taking a break from maybe social media. You need to unplug from technology. The unplug card, as created by, or the message that was delivered by the creators of the deck, this card comes out when maybe we're being influenced in an echo chamber, in particular by mass media. It might be time to disconnect from technology a little bit and from mass media so that you can get in touch with your own opinions about things. I definitely feel like some of you just need to unplug and spend maybe like 48 to 72 hours without, when was the last time you went all day without looking at your cell phone, checking in on your social media? I feel like you guys just really want to unplug. Also, plugs in particular for technological devices may need to be replaced at this time. Mercury in retrograde, that's how we communicate. Watch out for wires shorting out and things like that. Devices, the way you charge a device may need to be replaced as well. But I think you're putting yourself first. I also see that some of you really strongly want to connect with your physical bodies. We can't experience a feeling of self-empowerment unless we can feel ourselves in our own body. For any of you that struggle with dysphoria or feeling disconnected from your physical body or your physical feelings, you are trying to make a connection at this time to yourself. I also see that some of you are working on flexibility. Flexibility will keep you younger. It's really good for your joints too. Strong connection to the self, and with cleanse and boundaries. Okay, I definitely see that some of you want to cleanse your home. You may be getting in touch more with working with crystals, working with scents and smells, feeling like you need to cleanse your aura and your space to get rid of negative energy. And also with boundaries, again, refuse to be used, is what I heard very strongly. I think you're kind of redrawing boundary lines, this is a really good time to make it clear in intimate relationships, less intimate relationships, sexual relationships, and even in career, like what your boundaries are. Let's draw or redraw boundary lines. Some of you feel like you need to just get away from a person or a situation so that you can reconnect to yourself and get in touch with your own magic, so that you can create your own reality without being so heavily influenced by negative things or other people. It's a recipe for sovereignty and your air signs and your justice and the sword and the rose. So this is apparently the formula for doing it. Yeah, by mid-month, if you feel like you need to take a social media break, here's your sign. It'll just help you get in touch with your true, authentic magic. The Fool and magic, some of you have Aries in your chart. That is powerful. I actually feel quite a bit of Aries energy for you, which is awesome because Aries is right across the wheel from Libra. So we have a special relationship with Aries. As a tarot reader, I feel like this huge sense of obligation to get readings right for Aries because we directly impact each other sometimes, and we can be here to support each other. I'm feeling a lot of spark for you. The angels wanted to speak to you. Haniel and Uriel and Raphael, these are angels that are coming in to support you during your solar return month. These angels you can work with and pray to and work with. They only come when you call them, in my experience, although on occasion angels show up when we struggle to reach out for them. But work with Raphael, Uriel, and Haniel. They are here for you. Passion came out. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. And brilliant idea. Oh, this is awesome. Yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. Also, angel therapy with Raphael. Give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. I think that it's going to take a little bit more than just setting boundaries. I think that there are some burdens that some of you struggle to let go of, in particular your worry. Some of you may have a bit of a worrying brain for the next 30 days. And Spirit's saying, look, if you get in touch with your body, if you create your own reality that's healthy, and if you really unplug and disconnect from bullshit, cleanse, set your boundaries, if you still feel like you have burdens, we're here to help you deal with them. Raphael wants you to give your worries to the angels because they might be distracting you in a way that's making you less productive or constructive in your life. But apparently, y'all have a good idea. Have you recently had, if you haven't, you might, some of you are going to have some really amazing idea hit you, in particular in regards to, I think, career and life path. There could also be a renewed sense of passion in your love life, not just romantic love, but just love in general. If you've had any really good ideas recently, Spirit's like, yeah, we thought it was a good idea too. We really want you to start trying to take some action and some steps towards making that idea real. You don't want it to just hang out in Neptune energy. You want to lasso it with some Mars energy and some Saturn energy and get it going. At least get it like mood board, brainstorming, flesh out something. The magic is in your hands, right? Very much so. Why did I turn this upside down? Because I want this magic card to come out. I think it's really important. Yes, the magic. It's this brilliant idea that you can make happen. And anything else you're worried about, try to disconnect from it at this time, for sure. Astrology activations at this time. The moon, Saturn, and the sign of Scorpio are coming out. Check your Saturn placement. Your moon placement's going to be a thing. And if you have Scorpio in your chart, find out what house it's in or what planet it works with. It's going to play out in that way in your life. I have some Scorpio in my chart. I love it. So with Saturn, I like what it says on that's the Lord of Karma is Saturn. This is a part of you that has to accept a challenge in order to gain wisdom. I do think that your solar return time will be a time of gaining wisdom. But in order to gain that wisdom, you will have to accept a challenge. You may be working really hard on something right now. Like he's brick and mortar. He's building something here. This challenge, if you accept it, will help you gain wisdom at this time. So it won't always be easy. Also, Saturn has a squeeze. Cause and effect is a thing. Some of you may be feeling the results of past actions for better or for worse. And you just have to work with it. Saturn wants to bring you to a place of freedom by helping you honor your duty and responsibility and accepting that life on planet Earth is not easy. It's a challenge. It's an interesting place to play out your existence and experience yourself in, but it is a challenging place. Look around. But also while doing this, Libra, it's really important to honor your own emotions. The moon is about your unconscious, sensitive inner emotions and the way you respond. I think some of you will feel very emotionally challenged right now. I think your emotions will be worked kind of hard for the next 30 days or so. I also think that you're very intense right now with Scorpio. The Scorpio and the Saturn energy together can be very powerful, because Scorpio represents being a master of something and being masterful and also intense and very thoughtful. You can be very emotional and very thoughtful at this time. I think there's definitely a come to me kind of energy. I think you're going to draw the right people towards yourself if you use your skills of observation. Scorpio is unparalleled in its skills of observation. Pisces is very psychic. Gemini is very good at getting the facts. So is Libra. But Scorpio is like, I can see through you. I can see to the real you. All you have to do is observe. Observe your emotions. Observe other people's emotions. Some of you feel the need to protect your ideas at this time. You're not ready to share them with the world. Some of you have figured out the secret sauce to something and you've come up with a great idea. You may feel the need to work on it in private. Some of you need to get in touch with feelings of possessiveness and jealousy. Some of you may have someone around you that secretly desires you as well. They may keep their motivations to themselves. This person may also struggle with some jealousy. So watch out for that. I feel as though it is a time of observation and drawing to you with your charm and your magnetic qualities, but it's not a time for small talk. That might kill you right now. It's a time to get in touch with your emotions. It might be a really good time to open up with like a therapist or a close friend, but you'd have to get in touch with the parts of yourself that are deep and hidden. This won't be easy, but it will be worth it. Saturn kind of reminds us that an obstacle course is not a dead end. Like if you have to jump a hurdle, that doesn't mean you're going to hit a brick wall. It just means you're going to have to work. And it might take work to get in touch with your deeper emotions at this time. Make sure you are creating balance in all parts of your life. Your emotional needs need to be met. And with that, need to connect to your body and that unplug card and then the cleanse and boundaries. Some people might be really working you. You may feel kind of taken advantage of. You may need to pull back in some way. so that you can work on other things in your life, and so that you can let go of your own like worries, let go of other people's worries too. Like, let other people worry about themselves. You're meant to be focused on these brilliant ideas that you're going to have. I see it leading to like bringing out the best in you here with magic and helping you get connected to the real you. And I promise you, there's no one on earth you want to be more connected to than yourself. Before you're super connected to anybody else, you really want to be connected to yourself. And it starts with your body and getting in touch with your authentic abilities. Very much so. Moonology, Scorpio came out again. Work through your fears. There are some fears that you may need to work through. There are some intense emotions that you will need to work through. Confidence is key is down here as well. Confidence is coming for you. But there are some fears with the new moon and Scorpio energy that you do need to work through at this time. Spirit and Virgo want you to know that you're good enough. You may be letting fear and imposter syndrome or self-esteem hold you back in some way. The Virgin Goddess of Virgo is here to tell you, you are good enough. You're good enough to experience happiness, abundance, safety, security. And I know that safety might feel very important to you right now. You and your loved ones are safe. Scorpio is here, Cancer is here, Virgo is here. Spirit just wants you to know, I think safety of home, hearth, and family and personal safety is going to be important to you. I just heard my body is inviolable. Okay. Personal boundaries and the need to feel safe. Spirit wants you to know you guys are safe. You're safe and that you deserve to feel safe and that you are good enough. There's some things that you're maybe afraid to work through and step into. If you use your discernment and you have good boundaries with people, you will be able to create safe, healthy relationships with others. I think boundary lines kind of need to be addressed and redrawn for you. But I see a lot of good stuff possibly coming in for you this month. All these good ideas. We have a couple of aces here, and I see something really beautiful regarding love as well, which I love for you. It's like, well, it's been a minute since I've seen the Ace of Cups for Libra, and it's in the hidden factor. So the overall energy you're going to be experiencing during your solar return is the Two of Wands. The catalyst for the change and everything, catalyst or challenge. What is a catalyst? Let's go back to chemistry. A catalyst is something required for a reaction to take place. So that's what the catalyst is. The Two of Wands with the Ace of Pentacles. So this is about getting in touch with your goals and making a decision that's really important at a surface level. It's about what lights you up. You may have two different paths you can take. Make sure you take a path that's in alignment with your goals. I think that your solar return month is about getting in alignment with ideas that are passionate and what has a lot of growth potential and what excites you. And this may surround a new job opportunity or looking for some kind of a magic treasure. I think he's got his eye on the prize here. This deck is actually really amazing. If you take all the suits and line them up, they tell a story. I should line them all up for you and do a video of it. They do tell a story. So he's looking for this new opportunity and a door is opening. You're waiting for a door to open. You're waiting for a door of opportunity to open. The Ace of Pentacles is a seed that we plant that will manifest into abundance. And it has a lot of growth potential. The end of September and October are really about this for you. Does it excite me? Is it in alignment with my goals? And is it going to lead me to the Ten of Pentacles, which is the karmic empire? I think some of you really want a new beginning. Some of you want to plant a garden of some kind, and you're at the beginning. With the Fool and a bunch of aces, I'm like, I can feel it. I can feel new beginnings for them, and it's really beautiful. So look for something with growth potential. Don't miss opportunities. Just make sure they're in alignment with your goals. What's driving you is also more pentacles, the Three of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, I can see what's going on here. Two of Wands, what direction do I take? Three of Wands, what's the full growth potential? I do need to wait. Ideas are forming here for you. You want this Ace of Pentacles to take you all the way to the 10, and that's the karmic empire. The darker side of wealth is not something you're interested in at this time. You're looking at long-term financial stability, marriage, contracts that will lead you to an ending that brings stability into your life in the Pentacle realm, health, wealth, time, money. As a strong focus on the 6th house and the 2nd house for you, which are houses that very much ground us into a practical reality. I can see that right now you're looking for direction. You may feel as though your wings are a little bit clipped at this time, but that's only because maybe some of you have recently or will realize that there's been some scenarios and some people in your life that have been pushing your boundaries, or perhaps you've been pushing other people's boundaries. And you may be really getting in touch with that and taking a step back. I do feel like you need to wait for like something really to line up, but you are on the right path. And if this is what's driving you all day long, I think you're brilliant. And I think it's constructive and healthy. It's very constructive and healthy to be driven by those things. Recent past and deep within, this is intense and it's so cool. I think it's cool in a spiritual sense. So I'm going to try to be concise when I talk about it. The High Priestess, but the Hierophant in reverse. Some of you may have been ghosted by a person who just was not ready for a serious commitment. Some of you may be doing that with someone. Some of you may need to listen to your intuition and spend some time alone before you decide what you want to be committed to. But the spiritual essence of the High Priestess to the Hierophant in reverse is a tale as old as time. Because the Hierophant is a messenger and a leader. It is commitment. It is tradition. It is the rules that we play by. It's the system. It does have a sense of familiarity and community with it. It's Taurus. The Hierophant can, when we're in this energy, we can be part of something greater than ourselves. But we're kind of expected to follow the rules and traditions and do it the way it's always been done. It does represent, in a broader sense, a communal system. But here's the thing, it's in reverse. And it's connected to this High Priestess. There's a couple different cards of spirituality in the major arcana. The High Priestess and the Hermit and the Hierophant being, I think for me, the big ones. The High Priestess throughout history has been revered and also ostracized. I mean, some of you have heard me say this in private readings or maybe in general readings. She was kicked out of the village because she wouldn't go to church every Sunday. They called her a witch. They called her a whore. They wanted to burn her at the stake, but they didn't. She would often lived in a shack in the woods by herself and was like, I'm sorry, but I have my own really good ideas. The magic is within me. And like, I don't want to negate the Hierophant. I have much love and respect for the rules and tradition, but I kind of need to go off and do my own thing. Some of you are renegades. Some of you are heretics right now in your own very quiet, passive, subtle way. Some of you maybe want to break out of a system. You believe that you are your own best teacher. You would like to reshape the rules. I think you feel less of a need to be in a leadership role at this time as well. Some of you are breaking like ancestral patterns, calling out ancestral patterns, and going on your own spiritual journey. Some of you may have what others perceive as an unconventional approach to life right now. The rule breaker, I love it. It's like I'm seeing bras being burned and like people coming out, people saying, actually, I'm changing gender. I'm not the religion that my family brought me up in for like the last 10 generations. I can study and learn something on my own. I'm my own best teacher. And pulling away from something so that you can get in touch with your own intuition. This is a brilliant idea, and it's only going to lead you to find your true self. Okay, as foolish as other people may think it is. Watch out for recklessness. Watch where you walk right now too. You may be more inclined to trip and fall. I also just saw something about the bridge of someone's teeth. Someone's having teeth issues. Also eyesight issues. Okay, thank you, Spirit. what the highest version of yourself and your soul is telling you to do all the time. Ace of Wands and the Star. Okay. You guys definitely have some amazing ideas right now. You will feel a spark, and it's a good idea. It's got growth potential. If you have fire in your chart, I know you love that wand. Libra loves the sword. Oh, the Ace of Swords is here too. By the way, all 4 aces and the Fool is here. So it really is a month to step into new beginnings and not hold back. Believe you're good enough, okay? You are good enough. You're safe. You are being protected. The Star is Aquarius. This is about breaking glass ceilings. This is about getting in touch with what you long for, what your dreams are. It comes after the Tower. It's a feeling of hope and renewal and freedom, breaking patterns and traditions that you don't need to uphold because they don't work for you. This is going to lead you to new, brilliant ideas. It's the Aries energy of a spark. It will bring you into alignment with your soul's divine purpose. I feel as though some of you are getting in touch with your current destiny. Like the star changes throughout our life. Like when I was in my 20s, my star moment in my destiny was to work with tiny humans and be a preschool teacher. Then it was a time to be an administrator. Then it was a time to be a cosmetologist. Now the star for me is being a tarot reader and a counselor and a life coach and a human design advocate. The point I'm making is like the star can change throughout your life. Your divine purpose is being renewed and it is changing at this time. Your action, it flew into the reverse. Because the Fool was appearing at the bottom of the deck, I knew that we didn't really need any reversals, but Hierophant and the 7 of Cups flew into the reverse. I actually like it when the 7 of Cups flies into the reverse because it's bringing you back into a reality. When the 7 of Cups is in the upright, we have all these choices in front of us, but it's kind of dreamy and overwhelming. And sometimes we just sort of live in this fantasy of like thinking about our choices, daydreaming about something, and we think we have all the time in the world. Spirit's saying, I think, showing us that your actions this month are focusing more on your personal values, finding what lights you up, narrowing your choices down, and living in reality and not in this overwhelming confusion and illusion. I believe that some of you may even be forced to like pick a path or a direction, but it's for your benefit because it's bringing you into alignment with your soul. You know, when we get into alignment with the devil, we're getting into alignment with our human side. When we're in alignment with the sun or temperance, we're getting in alignment with God, or, you know, the God's just a word. The moon, you're getting in touch with your emotions. But when you're getting in touch with the star, that's your soul calling to you. I see choices being narrowed down for your benefit. That's going to lead you to something that's part of a future goal with growth potential. The way you're seeing yourself at this time is the King of Swords. I have King and Queen of Swords here. So I'm seeing a strong embodiment of divine and feminine, masculine and feminine. I love it in this deck. Look, so the Queen is capturing the bad guy, the big bad mean goose, and the King is protecting the babies. You and a partner or another person could be, or there might be 2 different aspects of you at this time that feel the need to protect and defend, solution and strategy. She's got swords on her skirt. I can't remember the name of this deck, but it's so cool. Some of you feel very protective of what you have created at this time. Some of you are absolutely here with strategy. The King of Swords cuts through to the truth. He defines the truth. He is in charge. I see some of you really standing up for yourself right now and in a management role to a degree in your own life. Like, I'm about solution and strategy, and I protect what's most important to me. I stand for truth. I stand for justice. Really strong energy right now with all the butterflies, as well with just the creative ideas. Butterfly is an animal of Libra. I think you do have really good boundaries right now. And I think you're also like, you're pushing your emotions aside to a degree. Keep in mind that a lot of emotional stuff did come out for you. So try not to disconnect from that. Like, get your own emotional needs met. while you're protecting and defending others. Some of you are like social justice warriors right now too. Yeah, you see yourself as the truth and reaching a level of mastery at this as the King of Swords. You're going to make smart decisions as well. Very intellectual time for you. A hidden factor that you may not be aware of is heart chakra opening up. This may melt this King of Swords heart. Sometimes the King and Queen of Swords can be a little aloof and a little icy because they've been through some shit usually. But I see love coming into your life. The Ace of Cups, this is this beautiful fountain. Temperance, Sagittarius, and the Queen of Cups. I heard a really beautiful message, actually. Some of you are being sent a wonderful, loving person. They could be coming in the form of a romantic partner or a good friend. This person could be a Sagittarius or a water sign. They don't have to be that sign, though. This person has a lot of love to give. They are also bringing in a lot of peace and balance. They will determine the purpose before they move forward. Temperance is a card that represents soulmate or divine guidance. You may quite literally, during your solar return, have a true angel here on earth come into your life in the form of a friend, a romantic partner, maybe a counselor, someone that can help you bring balance into your life, and a lot of love. A lot of love. I also see, if this is an aspect of you, Libra, you're really opening up your heart chakra, being very calm and patient and peaceful about who you accept into your life and what action you take next, with a lot of emotional intelligence. I feel with the Scorpio energy coming out and the Queen of Cups, a deep need to nurture. And this could be really coming into your life, and it's really beautiful. Very much so. I think that you need to hear that you're safe. Yeah, now because the cleanse and boundary card came out and this King of Swords is here for you, you may be a little distrusting of it. If this person does the slow approach of temperance, you'll know that they were the angel or the angelic person sent into your life. This person has a message of love to share with you. And I think that that's really beautiful. Others of you may need to know that someone in your life, it could be anyone in your life, is falling in love. That may or may not be with you. You'll take this message differently. Each of you will take it differently. The way you are feeling for the next couple of weeks is the Ace of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. Well, here's the truth, and here's that brilliant idea. But it's something I think that you know needs to be nurtured. The Seven of Pentacles is always a gardener, and look how she's checking her crop. It's definitely a time to be patient. It's definitely time to nurture the seeds that you've already planted. It's also definitely a time she's checking on the garden. She's pulling one up and checking on it. Like, is this ready to be harvested? Does it have any disease? Are there any problems? Some of you may come up with a really good solution to something you've been putting quite a bit of effort into. There is still a need to be patient, but you are taking a smart route and on the right path. You will get an answer to some. You are waiting for an answer. I think that you will get your answer, and it's going to open up a whole, like, many new doors for you. I also think that something that some of you have been waiting for quite some time, you'll get some kind of information about it, which would be good. I'm also hearing that it's time to go towards a path that will help something finish growing and coming to completion. Some of you are about to enter a 7-year cycle in your life. It will be an important cycle because I think seven's a lucky number because it's prime and it's strong, but it's also about karma and cause and effect. You are on the right path. It's really time to get ready for something to evolve to the next level. Your final outcome is the Three of Cups and the Queen of Swords. Okay, I'm seeing huge opportunity for love and friendships to come into your life. I'm also seeing, like with the King and Queen of Swords, with the Three of Cups, one of the first things I heard is you and another person might be leaders in a group dynamic. You would work very well together. Also, some of you feel the need to protect younger people or children. You may feel the need to supervise. It may also be hard for you to keep your mouth shut and just like enjoy the fun. Some of you are going to have an air sign come into your life and it's going to feel great. You might have been waiting for this person for a while. In particular for my feminines, I mean, I have strategy and solution, givers of sound advice, intelligence. You may be a really good leader right now. You may lean more on your intellectual side than your creative side, but you are nevertheless being pulled into fun and creativity, very much so. I see fun, I see dating, I see dancing, I see a little bit of drinking, and a need to allow yourself to like get in there and have fun. I just heard something about like roller skating or like doing something that you haven't done before. You may be leading a group as well. And make sure that you're only giving advice when it's asked for. But I see a potential for a lot of fun, but also making really smart decisions in creative collaborations and also in friendships and in dating. And this super lighthearted energy. And all these great ideas coming in here for you. Definitely going to be a good month for you guys. Definitely discovering your own personal power and creating your own spiritual practices. All this renewed energy towards like love and career, getting in touch with and trusting your own abilities and powers. You're going to discover them. I really feel like you guys are coming into alignment with your own soul. And as a result, good things are going to come in for you. Yeah. All right, Libra, that's your solar return reading. I really hope this resonates with you. And if it does, I hope it helps. Link to my website for private readings is down in the description below. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Libra. Take care. Bye. I love you guys. Happy birthday.